Welcome to Q&A practice. Let's start with the defense. Ready? When did he start complaining about dizzy spells and his legs hurting? Along in September, right after school started. That continued on up until February? Yes. During that period of time, were you just asking him what caused it to hurt? Well, I would ask him how it hurt, but my sister told me she thought they were growing pains in his legs. I just figured he would be over it one day. Did you ask him if he had fallen and hurt himself in any way? Yes, I did. What would he say? He said he hadn't fallen. Had you questioned him several times about it? Yes. But he never said anything about being hurt until February. Not until February, when he really got sick. In February, did he appear to be worse? Yes, very much. Did he limp? Yes. Was it quite a noticeable limp when he would walk? Very much, yes. He could not walk the same. Did it appear he had to catch on to things because of his dizzy spells? Or did you notice he would almost fall? Yes, he acted as though he was kind of dumb, kind of clumsy, like he wasn't himself. He kind of staggered when he walked? Yes, and he dragged his feet to walk. He dragged both feet? Yes. Did you notice anything else? He would trip real easy. Trip real easily? Yes, sir, and bump into things as he was walking. All right, now let's move along to some for voice practice. We will start with the plaintiff. Ready? What was the percentage of the time that you spent patrolling Santa Ana versus Tustin? I would say I patrolled Santa Ana approximately 15% of the time. 15%? Yes. Okay, and how about Tustin? Obviously 85%. Correct. And on patrol between January of 12 and December of 2012, how many times do you think it had been that you'd been by the scene of this accident on patrol? If you can give me an estimate prior to the collision, before the collision, do you think it would be more than 10 times? Maybe close to 10 times. Do you think 5 to 10 would be fair? I would say 10 to 15, yeah. Okay, and had you ever investigated an accident that happened at the intersection of Tustin Avenue and Main? No. Prior to the time of this accident happening? No. Have you ever investigated an accident that happened on Main prior to the happening of this accident? I can't recall if I investigated anything on Main. Main Street is a long stretch. Let's say within 5 miles, either direction of the location where this accident happened. Had you investigated anything in that stretch? I can't be sure. Okay, to your memory, as you sit here today, do you have any memory of doing so? No. Let's talk about your call, getting called to go to the accident. First of all, this accident happened on a Sunday. I'm looking at the report. Is that right? Yes. What were your hours of work on that Sunday? I believe the shift started at 11:30 a.m. and went through 10 p.m. And you mentioned you were doing 4-day work weeks? Correct. Okay. And did you have a partner on that date? No. And tell me how it was that you got the call to go to this collision. Dispatch informed me that there was a call of a motorcycle down on Tustin Avenue at Main, and that there was an ambulance responding. And where were you at the time, if you remember? I was at the 522 exchange. And what were you doing? I was patrolling there. Okay, did you go over to the location of the subject accident right away? Yes. And which way did you approach as you approached the subject accident? I traveled eastbound on Tustin Avenue. And you understood that in this case, the motorcycle and the lady involved, they were going westbound? Correct. So you would have come from the opposite direction? Yes. All right. And did you, as you were coming, was there a time? Strike that. Did you know where Main Street was? Main Street? I'm sorry, Main Street. Yeah. I knew that it was east of Tustin Avenue, but I didn't know the exact area. So if I'm getting you right, at least on dispatch of this accident, at least as of that time, you didn't know exactly where Main Street was, but you knew it was somewhere you needed to go east. Correct. Okay. And as you were heading east on Tustin, did you continue east? Were you using any kind of a GPS unit? No. Okay. Did you just figure, hey, I'll see the fire trucks, or whatever the case may be? Yes. And did you do that? Did you ultimately see fire or emergency vehicles? Yes. And as you were approaching on Tustin eastbound, what is the first thing that you saw? I remember seeing fire trucks blocking lanes and a group of people standing in the middle of the road. And the fire trucks, were they blocking the eastbound lane for you? I can't recall where they were positioned. Okay, do you have any memory at all as to the number of fire trucks? If you have, No. And by the way, officer, thank you for reminding me of something. If there's anything today that you don't remember, don't think just because I ask the question that you know that you're supposed to remember. I mean, if you don't know something, or you don't remember, I don't know, or I don't remember is absolutely fair. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. It's not like Jeopardy here today, so I want you to understand, like you just mentioned, you don't remember the number of fire trucks. That's what I want to find out. Do you remember the number of fire officials, that is, the staff, that was there at the scene upon your arrival? I don't recall. Do you know if there was more than one or two? Yes, there was more than one or two. All right, that will conclude our Q&A practice.